Right, let's take a look at a stonking song by Queens of the Stone Age called Go With The Flow, featuring the amazing Dave Grohl on drums. The first two bars are probably the most interesting for most people. It starts with a snare and crash on beat 1, and then we get two flams on the snare drum on beats 2 and 3, 2, 3, and the bass drum just fills in the gaps in between those three notes, snare and crash and the two flams. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 bass drum notes in a row. Like I say, a real workout for the bass drum foot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Bar 2 is exactly the same pattern again, starts off the same. 3 flams on the snare drum this time, so the first note is in the crash and snare, we got the 3 flams. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but then instead of the last note being a bass drum, 3 bass drums in a row, it's actually the snare drum and an open hi-hat note on the and of 4, and. So bar 2 is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, like that. The hi-hat is then going to close on beat 1 of the next bar where we strike the crash cymbal on beat 1. And let's try it up to speed. 1. So learn those 4 bars because that's going to get you through the majority of the song. And as you can see, it's a pretty awesome bass drum workout. Now, as far as bass drum techniques concerned, we haven't really got time in this video to go over any of the various bass drum techniques that drummers use. I will just mention quickly that I'm sort of using my ankle a lot for this. So I'm not using the full leg. My knee isn't going up and down for every single bass drum note. Well, it couldn't, it would fall off. So you have to be able to use your ankle in order to be able to play, for example, 3 bass drum notes in a row. It's not quite twitching, but it's certainly on the edge of the nerve. I've learned to play very lightly with my ankle and flick the pedal. So it's more flicking rather than using the whole leg. Like I say, the leg's too big to be able to use the whole muscle. So you have to learn how to use the ankle. So my heel is slightly raised above. It's called the heel up technique, raised above the floor. And I'm sort of pivoting at that point and I'm sort of flicking the pedal for 3 notes in a row. So yeah, that drum fill was tricky. I'm going to loop it like that, get that nice and smooth. You could just play, if you find that difficult, you could end it with a bass drum and crash on beat 1 of the verse bar rather than the snare and crash if you want to leave out the bass drum. So you play all the last notes on the floor tom. Now I've seen Joey play this version this way, live, and I've also seen him play it the way I see other people cover it. Most people, when they cover this on YouTube, this song on YouTube, they play the first chorus version every time, with those bass drum notes in between for both bars. But actually on the recording for chorus 2, for the first bar, Dave leaves out the bass drum notes in between those flams. So bar 1 is actually 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3. It's not 1 and 2 and 3. That's what he plays on the recording. Quite a different feel. That space that the bass drum missing out gives really lets the groove breathe. I quite like the way that Dave did that. Again. You know, simplify things. If things are too hard, too fast, rather than struggle and burn yourself out halfway through the song, take out a few of the bass drum notes, simplify the hi-hat pattern, whatever gets you through, you know. It's up to you. Give it some power.